What a time it is to be a fan of spy shows. Slow Horses has just ended, there's a new remake of The Day of the Jackal, and we're only a few days away from Keira Knightley's wildly anticipated new Netflix show, Black Doves. So, to think about entering a market this crowded, you'd have to have wild levels of confidence. Which brings us to The Agency, a new Paramount Plus spy show that could measure its confidence in light years. Based on the French series Le Bureau de Legende, acclaimed as one of the best ever made, The Agency had everything going for it. Adapted by the Butterworth brothers, produced by George Clooney, and directed by Joe Wright. Oh, and let's not forget the star-studded cast: Michael Fassbender, Jodie Turner-Smith, Jeffrey Wright, and Richard Gere. Paramount promoted it less like a TV show and more like the second coming of Christ. What could possibly go wrong? As it turns out, a lot. From the first couple of episodes, it feels as if The Agency spent so much time amassing a murderer's row of prestigious names that it forgot to put any petrol in the tank. This is a slow, ambling show that, at times, feels like it's collapsing under the weight of its own self-importance. Maybe, like Le Bureau de Legende, we'll look back 5 years from now and marvel at its mastery of slowly tightening its grip on the audience. But as a way of introducing itself, The Agency moves with all the urgency of the recently tranquilized. Fassbender is the object around which all else orbits. He's been out of action for a while, popping up only in the slated Taika Waititi film Next Goal Wins and David Fincher's comprehensively unheralded The Killer. In The Agency, he plays an American spy brought back from a long-term undercover operation less cleanly than his superiors would have liked. He went abroad, fell in love, and failed to cut all contact with the object of his affection. Is it because love conquers all, or because the woman has a dark ulterior motive? Presumably at this rate we'll find out 7 or 8 years from now. There is a sliver of good news. The fact that Le Bureau de Legende ran for so long means that, should it be recommissioned, The Agency is in good hands. It won't, to use a professional industry term, do a Homeland and go bananas the second it runs out of source material. The time won't come where Fassbender outlives his French counterpart and, stuck for what else to do with him, the showrunners decide to get him hooked on heroin in an Argentinian tower block. This, if nothing else, is worth clinging to. The larger thing hobbling. The Agency is the fact that we're living in a post-Slow Horses world. Slow Horses is effortless. It knows the town in which it's set, understands how to lighten the moment with a joke, and is built from the inside out, with characters driving the plot rather than the other way around. It's staggering how much The Agency forgets to do any of this. Like Slow Horses, it's also set in London. But it's an incurious touristy version of London that lacks authenticity. And unlike in Slow Horses, nobody here has any discernible personality. This goes double for Fassbender's character. Also, and I'm aware this is a small thing in the bigger scheme of things, I'm still not fully sure where his character is supposed to be from. I'd like to hazard a guess that he's American. But then again, he's an Irish actor playing a character who lives in London, and his accent reflects this at differing levels from scene to scene. It's bizarre. Maybe these are early wobbles. Maybe in the future The Agency will find its feet and start grabbing its source material by the throat. When it does, there's a good chance it'll be brilliant. But someone wake me up when it happens, please, because who has time? The Agency is on Paramount Plus now.